Yep. She's still there.
Oh, that's
still
one
there.
of the, yep, there we go.
Good looking fish.
Yep.
A little longer.
One of the things about the downstream drift, you know, you kind of got to be on it as far as your hook set.
You know, hook set, and you got to move a lot more line.
And he ate that fly.
He got pretty color.
He ate that fly that you put on. First pass. Nice rainbow. All right, I'm gonna lift this up if you want to grab it.
He's not right ready for us to grab him.
Coming to you.
Oh, pretty.
Nice. There's a little Oklahoma rainbow on a midge in the earliest spring. And this river just fishes terrifically all year.
Yeah, it really fishes well throughout the winter. May and June, we start getting terrestrials becoming part of the game, and so it has lots of different seasons. In the fall, we get browns, and we also have fall spawning rainbows in here. There's some fish that go back to some steelhead strain that we got out of Missouri, and we get a big rainbow spawn in November, and so you get some big colored up fish then. We're starting to get our winter spawn taking place in here. It's kind of interesting. This was a deep hole at one time, then it kind of silted in and had a lot of gravel, and then in the flood, it cleaned it back out to where it was again. So it's kind of come and gone on us through the years I've been fishing here.
So even though that this is a tailwater, it has a lot of dynamic change on this river.
Yeah, the most dynamic change was the only time they've ever opened all the floodgates on this dam, which was constructed in 1968, was a little less than a year ago.
Is that right? So there was this giant flood here a year ago. What are we looking at CFS-wise right now, 150? 100?
About 70, less than 100.
Oh, really?
Right
okay.
down at this point,
And
about 70.
How many CFS came down during the flood? 11. So it went from 70 or 100 to 11,000?
Yeah, the water line, you'll notice there's debris in the trees pretty far up.
What happened to the fish?
They spread out. They moved back out in these trees and areas and found sheltered places and then followed it back in. It was amazing. They turned the water off finally, got it down, and just above where we're fishing, I walked in here 2 days later to see what was left, and the first fish I caught was a nice looking rainbow. The next two were little wild rainbows less than the length of my pinky, and if I thought anything would have gotten washed to Louisiana, it would have been those little fish.
Washed to Louisiana. Now they're back on your midge. That's a nice rainbow.
Very pretty rainbow.
Yeah,
they're real dark fins.
They're on your midge pretty good there, Rob.
Yeah, that's kind of the go-to backup if they're not hitting the scuds. Wow, nice. That is a pretty fish.
Cool. That's the thing about midges. Once you get confident with using size 20, size 22 flies, you can fish behind people, you can fish in pressured places, and you can just catch more trout. That's one of the things they have in common is whenever fish are in a tailwater, wherever fish are getting pressured, they eat more small stuff as opposed to a few giant things. Right. Not all the fish, but some of them. Come to Papa. There he is. Oh boy, that's a nice fish.
They're strong fish too.
He's all over the place, man. Nice.
Oh, nice fish.
God.
Look at the shoulders on this
Look
guy.
at that. They like that fly of yours, that's for sure. How's that for Oklahoma rainbow?
That's good for anywhere rainbow.
That was amazing. Such a heavy fish. Tell you what, these Oklahoma fish pull like trains.
Good job.
Well, what do you think? Should we go look real quick at some of the other places to offer?
It's a good time of day to get some dry fly action a little farther down. We've got a place called the Evening Hole down here that's catch and release water and has a lot of fish in it right now, and a little wider, a little more open. It's also an area that has had a lot of habitat improvement going on that's been funded by the Trout Unlimited and the Lower Mountain Fork River Foundation. So
let's go see the sites and see some of TU's work.
All right.
What I meant to say was let's go make some ham and cheese sandwiches.
Oh, he ate the dropper and turned on it. There he goes again.
He got the dropper.
There, he's got the dropper that time. Doesn't get any better dry fly fishing with a bamboo rod.
Pretty color,
Lou Barbaro is one of many dedicated members of the 300-member-strong 89ers chapter of Trout Unlimited. As it turns out, the guy is not only a vehement proponent of the lower Mountain Fork fishery, but a legitimate threat to the river's fish with a bamboo rod in his hand.
Yeah, 89er chapter in Oklahoma City was the first organization to adopt the lower Mountain Fork River. We worked in partnership with the Wildlife Department to fund some early cold water research programs, some stream improvement projects. Then the river really started to show off its true potential, and several other organizations came aboard, such as the Oklahoma chapter of TU out of Tulsa and the Lower Mountain Fork River Foundation. Yeah, I wanted to emphasize that this beloved resource here is very unique in the sense that, you know, it is a tailwater, but we have about 3 miles of this fishable water regardless of what the generation is doing. It's enjoyed by anglers from not only Oklahoma, but from Texas, Arkansas, and Louisiana as well.
That's amazing. You guys were able to raise the kind of capital that it takes to put in an improvement that helps everybody, not just
exactly, and
not even just members or anything like that, but just the general public.
Well, certainly, and what credit has to really be given to the Oklahoma Wildlife Department, because they put in a lot of hard, backbreaking labor themselves to try to make our donation dollars stretch even farther.
Thank you, Oklahoma.
Absolutely.